Good.
Okay, welcome back. Okay, so second part, your turn to be the teacher and my turn to be the poor student.
Yes, give me 2 seconds that I put the page of the book. There. Good. Well, we start.
Here we go.
Piece, pedazo.
Mm-hmm.
What's this? What's this? It's a piece
It's a piece
of
of
paper.
paper. Yeah. Remember, it's not a test of knowledge. So it's not, we don't have to check that the student knows the word paper.
Good.
The idea is to try to get them to speak quickly, not to leave it kind of hanging for them to fill in the blank word. Okay.
Good. Are there any pieces of paper on your table? Are there any pieces of paper on your table? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, there are some.
Not they are some, there are some.
There are some, sorry.
Yeah. Okay. The reason that I picked this one up is because lots of students make the mistake between they are and there are. Yeah?
Yes.
But you know the grammar, but some of the students don't know the grammar. For me, I try very hard to correct this particular mistake that students make.
Yeah.
Because it's really important, because it sounds very similar, but if they pronounce it wrong, it means that they don't understand the grammar. So it's really important to get this one right. Yeah. So it's going with the small R sound at the there are, like that. Yeah. Okay. So let's do that one again. Are there
any pieces of paper on your table? Are there any pieces of paper on your table? Yes, there are.
Yes, there are some pieces
of paper on your table.
On my table. Remember, you've got to change it. On my table.
Yes.
Yeah. So,
About how many pieces of bread do you eat with your lunch? About how many pieces of bread do you eat with your lunch? I eat about 3 to 4 pieces.
Okay. So if the student doesn't answer, just give them a number. 2 pieces. Yeah. So
okay. 2 pieces.
2 pieces of bread.
With my lunch.
Sometimes you can have a little bit of a joke with the students. You know, if they don't give you an answer, then you can say, I eat about 1,000 pieces of bread. No, 1,000. Okay. Answer then. 2 pieces. Yeah. Okay. So a country.
A country. El país. The country.
El campo.
Nation, nación. Nationality, nacionalidad. British, británico. The difference between a country and the country is that the country is a nation like India, Germany, France, etc., whereas the country is the opposite of the town. What's the difference between a country and the country? What's the difference between a country and the country? The difference between a country.
The difference between a country.
And the country.
And the country.
Is that a country.
Is that a country.
Is a nation.
Is a nation.
Whereas the country.
Is the opposite of the town.
Good. What's the name of your country? What's the name of your country?
England is.
The name of my.
Is the name of my.
Country.
What's
your nationality? What's your nationality? My nationality is.
My nationality is British.
Good. What's my nationality? What's my nationality? My nationality is.
Your nationality is.
Sorry.
No, it's a very, very difficult thing to sometimes.
Yes.
After giving so many lessons, I don't think about it, but I remember it's difficult at the beginning to change the perspective. Yeah. So your nationality is.
Your nationality is Argentinian. Good. Live, vivir. Do you live in the country? Do you live in the country? Yes or no?
No.
No, I don't live
I don't live
in the country.
in the country.
I live in a city.
I live in a city.
Good. Do most children live with their parents? Do most children live with their parents? Yes, most
Yes,
children
most children
live with their parents.
live with their parents.
Good. Do you want to live for 100 years? Do you want to live for 100 years? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, I want to live
I want to live
for 100 years.
for 100 years.
Good. Pleasant, placentero, unpleasant, unplacentero, gas, gas. Flowers smell pleasant, but gas smells unpleasant. Does gas smell pleasant? Does gas smell pleasant? No, gas
No.
doesn't
Gas doesn't
smell pleasant.
smell pleasant.
Not pleasant, pleasant.
Pleasant.
Good. It smells unpleasant.
It smells unpleasant.
No, not unpleasant. Unpleasant.
Unpleasant.
Do flowers smell unpleasant? Do flowers smell unpleasant? No, flowers don't smell
Flowers don't smell
unpleasant.
unpleasant.
No, not unpleasant, unpleasant.
Unpleasant.
They smell pleasant.
They smell pleasant.
No, pleasant, pleasant.
So directly, not pleasant, pleasant. With that,
Okay.
you can. Instead of no, directly not. Yeah, if you can.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
So,
Do most people think work is Do most people think work is a pleasant thing? Do most people think work is a pleasant thing? No, most people don't think
no, most people don't think
work is a pleasant thing.
work is a pleasant thing.
Not pleasant, pleasant
Pleasant thing.
thing. They think it's a unpleasant thing.
They think it's an unpleasant thing.
Not unpleasant, unpleasant
Unpleasant thing.
thing. Good. Is Paris an unpleasant city? Is Paris an unpleasant city? No, Paris isn't.
No, Paris isn't an unpleasant city.
Not unpleasant, unpleasant.
Unpleasant
City.
city.
It's a pleasant
It's
city.
a pleasant city.
Not pleasant, pleasant.
Pleasant city. You have a lot of patience, Melina, for my mistakes. I'll be saying, no. No, I'm very calm during the lesson. Okay, so let's continue. Glass and cup. Glass and cup.
Good.
Okay.
Glass, vaso, cup, copa.
Copa.
We drink wine from a glass, but coffee.
Cup isn't copa. Cup is taza.
No, it's taza. Sorry.
No,
when I said it, there was no. It isn't that.
That's why I got you to do that one. See, because I know it's very easy to make that mistake. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
We drink wine from a glass, but coffee from a cup. What do we drink wine from? What do we drink wine from? We drink wine.
We drink wine
from a glass.
From a glass.
Okay. Do we drink coffee from a glass? Do we drink coffee from a glass? No, we don't drink.
No, we don't drink
coffee from a glass.
Coffee from a glass.
We drink it from a cup.
We drink from a cup.
No. We drink it.
We drink it
from a cup.
From a cup. Okay.
Yeah. Longer than, más largo que, and shorter than, más corto que. Is the table longer than the room? Is the table longer than the room? No, the table.
No, the table.
Isn't longer than.
Isn't longer than.
The room.
The room.
It's shorter than the room.
It's shorter than the room.
Good. Higher than, más alto que, y lower than, más bajo que. Is the table higher than the door? Is the table higher than the door? No, the table isn't.
No, the table isn't.
Higher than the door.
Higher than the door.
It's lower than the door.
It's lower than the door. Okay, let's see if we can reduce the gaps a little bit more. So when you finish the answer, or when the student finishes the answer, you start on the next part, on the next question, or the next explanation. Yeah, as soon as, try to get the gap down so that it's flowing continuously. There's no time to wait in the middle. Yeah.
Good. Larger than, más grande que, and smaller than, más pequeño que. Is the village larger than the city? Is the village larger than the city? No, a village isn't larger.
No, a village isn't larger
than a city.
Than a city.
It's smaller than
it's
a city.
Smaller than a city.
The longest, el más largo, river, río, Nile, Nilo, and
not Nile, Nile.
Nile, sorry.
Yeah, that's okay.
World, mundo. Which is the longest street in this town? Well, in this town, in your town.
Okay.
Which is the longest street in your town?
Okay, San Martin Street.
Is the longest street in your town.
Is the longest street in my town.
Good. Which is the longest river in the world? Which is the longest river in the world? The Nile?
The Nile is?
The Nile is the longest river.
The longest river?
In the world.
In the world.
Good. The highest, el más alto, mountain, montaña, Everest, el Everest, Mount. I have, why I'm doubting this, because I have the same thought with Laura, so sorry. Mount.
It's just short for mountain.
Yes, MT.
That's an abbreviation of Mount.
Good.
So you'll see Mount Everest or MT Everest, so Mount Everest. So even the abbreviation you pronounce Mount.
Mount, good. No, the translation is mountain and montaña.
Yeah, but it's the short word is Mount. So Mount Everest, not Mountain Everest, Mount Everest. Or Mount Aconcagua.
Good. MT the same. MT montaña.
Yeah, it's like Mr. MR. Yeah.
Good. Which is the highest mountain in the world? Which is the highest mountain in the world? In MT Everest?
No, directly Mount Everest.
Oh, sorry, Mount Everest.
Mount Everest is?
The highest mountain in the world.
The highest mountain in the world.
The largest, el más largo, in Tokyo, Tokyo.
So largest is más grande, not más largo.
Ah, más grande, sorry.
Yeah, another one of those friendly enemies or whatever they call them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which is the largest city in Japan? Which is the largest city in Japan? Tokyo's the largest.
Tokyo's the largest.
City in Japan.
City in Japan. Yeah.
Date.
Fecha.
The date today is 23 of October.
No. Okay, so in English we use the ordinal
the 23rd.
Numbers, so the 23rd,
sorry.
Yes.
Of October.
So, not a problem. Okay. There's always going to be little things like this that are more cultural than language. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
What's the date today? What's the date today? The date today is?
The date today is?
The 23rd.
The 23rd.
Of October.
October.
2023.
Yeah, 2023 or 2023. So either is okay. Yeah.
Good. What was the date yesterday? What was the date yesterday? The date yesterday was?
The date yesterday was?
The 20. Oh, sorry. 22.
The 22nd.
The 22nd, sorry. Oh, of October
of October
2023.
2023.
What will be the date tomorrow be? What will the date tomorrow be? The date tomorrow will be the
The date tomorrow
24th
will be the 24th
of October
of
of
October,
2023.
not of 23. So 23rd or 24th of October 2023.
Oh, we say
Without the second of. Yeah.
okay, good.
Yeah. Okay. So light and heavy.
Light. Liviano,
Mm-hmm.
heavy, pesado.
Yes.
Is the table light? Is the table light? No, the table isn't
No, the table isn't
light.
light.
It's heavy.
It's heavy.
Is this piece of paper heavier than the table? Is this piece of paper heavier than the table? No, that piece of paper
No, that piece of paper
isn't heavier
isn't heavier
than the table.
than the table.
It's lighter than the table.
It's lighter than the table.
Good. Who's the lightest person in your family? Who's the lightest person in your family? My
son is.
The lightest person in my family.
Okay, so with these ones where it has 3 dots, it's always useful to have something ready to put in there. Yeah, so my son, my daughter, my wife, my cousin, anything like that. So when you ask the question, who's the lightest person in your family? The person might not completely understand what you're saying. So who's the lightest person in your family? So then you try to fill it in for them. My sister, my daughter, my cousin, my wife is the lightest person in my family until they find something. Okay?
Good.
Okay.
Who's the heaviest person in your family? Who's the heaviest person in your family? My daughter's son.
My wife is
the heaviest person
the heaviest
in my
person in my family. She's listening to me. She's not really the heaviest person.
Shop, tienda.
Yes. Okay.
Which is the largest shop in this town? Well, I say it again. Yeah. Which is the largest shop in your town? In your town?
Okay, so you can fire off one in there. Fraviga, Gavarino, Goto, Disco, I don't know it. Vea, one of those is the largest
shop in this town.
Shop in this town.
Good. Are there any shops in the street where you live? Are there any shops in the street where you live? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, there are some.
There are some.
In the street where I live.
There's a word missing there. Yeah, some shops in the street where I live.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I gotta.
Yeah, yes.
I'll make sure I correct that after. Yeah. So sometimes you spot little mistakes in there like that. Okay, very good. So as you can see, the idea is to try to push the student constantly, not wait for the student, because, like I say, the idea is it's not a fill in the blanks for the student. It's not a test of their knowledge of the vocabulary or the knowledge of the grammar. The idea is that you're pushing them to answer. As you go along, you explain the grammar, you explain the vocabulary, and that's their opportunity to learn that. But the questions, the idea is to try to push them to speak quickly. So for a teacher, the idea is to reduce down the gaps. Because what happens if you ask a question, which is the largest shop in your town, and you're waiting, it just spoils the flow that you've created with the student. So when students get into a rhythm of answering questions, then they're concentrated a lot on exactly what you're saying. And that's the best circumstance for them to learn. As soon as there's anything that interrupts that concentration that they've got on you, some kind of gap or something that distracts them, then it interrupts their learning process. So as a teacher, you're trying to push them and to interrupt as little as possible. So often the temptation is to explain a little bit of grammar a bit more than is in the book, or if you're talking about holidays, or try to have a conversation with the student. It's not about having a conversation. During the course, we have conversation lessons, but where we're doing this question and answer practice, the idea is to practice fluency and correct pronunciation and correct the grammar and vocabulary. So as few interruptions as possible. And one thing that you say after each answer is good. Okay, so it's a very natural thing to do. I do it a lot as well, and I try not to.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah,
Wow.
because
exactly.
It's very, very difficult to avoid. But the kind of philosophy behind it is that if you don't correct the student, then automatically the answer is good. So if you haven't corrected the student, they don't need to be told that the answer is good. They already know that the answer is good. If you correct them, then that's fine. So these kind of things where you say good or well done or good job or things like that, not you, but any teacher, and I'm as guilty of that as all the others, is try to avoid that. Just try question, answer, try to get into that rhythm without any interruptions if you can. Okay?
Good.
Okay.
Good.
So I'd like to do another session with you if that's possible. I know that it's extending a little bit more than I originally promised.
Today, I can't.
No, today, no. Today, not today. Tomorrow or Wednesday or Thursday, a bit further on in the week. Yeah?
Okay.
Because it's better to have a little bit of a gap between as well, because you get into kind of diminishing returns sort of situation. So when would you be able to meet with me again? Possibly tomorrow or Wednesday?
Tomorrow at the same time that we did.
Yeah. Is that okay?
Yes, that's okay.
Excellent. Okay, because I really, really want to make sure that we've got everything, all the ducks in a line, as they say, before I put you in front of students, because the worst situation is to just be put in front of students and then to experience some difficulties when there's nobody else around to help you. That's the worst situation. So I really want to make sure that I give you all the support that I possibly can. Okay?
Okay.
So same time tomorrow, if that's all right?
Yes. Yes.
Excellent.
That's good.
Thanks a lot for your time, Melina.
Thank you.
And see you tomorrow then. I won't take any more of your time. Okay?
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.